Hi, this is Chris from Chris Swift Studio, and in today's tutorial we're going to be going over audio enhancements. Since we're working only with audio, I brought in a few clips and changed their appearance to show only the audio waveforms. This is actually a video clip with embedded audio, and as I show in another video tutorial, you just come down here and click on this for audio only, and then you can ramp this way up to make the clip taller and taller. Makes it a little bit easier to see the waveform. So now, to get into the audio enhancements, simply click on any clip that does have audio on it, and then over here in the audio enhancements. Now, how did I get here? Because you won't see that. Here's the inspector window, and you click on here to get the inspector window. Make sure the audio tab is clicked on, and then here we are, audio enhancements. Now, you may see no message in here, or you may see a yellow one, or you may see a red one. Red means serious problems and you have to correct them. Yellow means potential problems and you need to take a look at them. So with that clip selected, do the right arrow and see what we have. And it says background noise removal. Now, you need to be very careful with these warning messages. I've played through this video clip and listened to the audio and adjusted this. I click on the effect by simply clicking right here, and then the slider for how much of an amount of that background noise do you want reduced. And for this particular clip, it makes the audio unbearably bad. So on all audio adjustments, you need to trust your ears. That will be the best thing you could do. But that's background noise removal. Now, let's try another clip. Let's go back to the inspector window and come down to this one. Now, here's a voiceover I made, and I purposely sat very close to a fan because I absolutely did want to pick up background noise. And you can see the background noise in the very beginning of the clip right here. You see that little shelf right in there. You see a little shelf. That's the background noise. So now I have it selected. Go over here and check it out. It says everything's okay. So again, trust your ears. I know there's background noise that needs to be removed on this one, so I will absolutely click on this. Now, keep your eye on that little shelf down there. That is the background noise as I click on. Beautiful. Absolutely, totally removed. I've got it set up on 100%. I could probably bring it down a little bit, but I don't want to. I see it creeping in again, so I would want to ramp this all the way up until it completely disappears. So on the right clip, if it does indeed have background noise, say you're interviewing someone and there's an air conditioner going in the background, this will do a fantastic job, but you do need to be careful. Sometimes you get these warning notices and they shouldn't really be there. Trust your ears. Let me click on this audio clip. This is a choir, Carmina Burana o Fortuna, one of the best choir songs I've ever heard in my life. And this one is also saying background noise removal. I've played through this clip as well, and what you can do is play the clip, and then you can click on and off to see the effect come in dynamically as the audio is playing. And again, here's another example where there is no problem, and you do not want to click this on because it ruins the quality of the audio. Okay, let's move on to loudness now. And let's take a look at this video clip. And let's come back down here. Do we see all green problems resolved? Click on the arrow. It says everything is going to be good. It says noise is reduced already. I don't really want to do that. And again, this is, as I pointed out before, this clip does not need background noise removal. But let's take a look at the loudness. Let's click on loudness. And did you see what happened to the waveform? It jumped up. It simply made everything louder. Okay. So that's what the amount does. How much louder do you want to make the level of the volume? And uniformity, what this does is as you drag this more and more to the right, what it does is it lowers the dynamic range of the audio. Now, If we take a look down here, this is a better view of what I mean by dynamic range. Dynamic range is the difference between the highest volume and the lowest volume in an audio recording. Dynamic range is a good thing. Human beings, the average hearing for human beings, we have a dynamic range of 120 decibels, about there, which means from the softest sound, barely audible, all the way up to the loudest sound, which is right on the threshold of pain, spans 120 decibels. Now, obviously, as long as you're not hitting the pain range, you're pretty good. But dynamic range is good in audio. You don't want to flatten out the dynamic range because it makes the music lifeless and not as interesting to listen to. So when you do, if you do need to boost loudness on a particular clip, do be careful with the uniformity because you're going to be reducing your dynamic range. You can see this reduction even more clearly on the choir. Watch this one. There we go. Now, of course, I would want to bring the amount down because it's too loud, all the way down to 0. But you're ruining your dynamic range. Okay, that's loudness, background noise removal we've done, and hum removal. Now this is pretty much going to come into play if you've got an electrical cord for a microphone that's lying right next to a power cord for like a refrigerator or something, and you will pick up hum. Final Cut Pro 10 does an excellent job in number 1, detecting hum, and number 2, removing it. I haven't ever had to use this, but if you do, there it is. Just simply click it on and then go back and forth between 50 hertz and 60 hertz to see which one's going to have the better effect. Now there is another technique that you could use once you have your audio clip selected, is simply when you get into this part of the inspector, click Auto Enhance. But again, be really, really careful with that because it, in the case of this, wants to remove background noise, and that's a major mistake. And the third thing you can do is simply click down here, and with your audio clip selected, go to Auto Enhance Audio. Same thing as clicking that button. I don't actually recommend either of these last two because you've got to listen to it yourself. You're the best judge as to what's going to sound the best. And do be careful with that dynamic range. Don't pinch that down too much. You're going to lose quality. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.